So it is the morning after we have got back from that London. I'm very pink, I'm sorry. Never mind. Bits for the shed. I do keep telling you bits are arriving. I don't necessarily show you them because they couldn't have just pop up. We got a phone call yesterday morning. Obviously we weren't here. One day we're not here. And it was the sumps are here for the robots. So these are sump. They're like little troughs, if you will. Let's have a look. Here you go. That's what they look like. Zoom out a little bit for you. And the robots will sit on the top of these and they'll have slats over the top. I think. From what I can gather, they will. I could be wrong. Someone could correct me here. But I think they've got slats over the top of them. And then any bits of milk, you know, shit, pee, all the rest of it will go into here. And this will get washed out and go straight into like what would be those concrete troughs around there and out into the slurry. Because I think the robots will be a really high traffic area. And obviously it'll be really dirty. So this is grand. But we just didn't quite expect them to turn up when we were. So with trying to do all of the stewardship stuff that we were doing, we just have not been tidying up. And, you know, I'm the worst. Roy's better than me. I'm terrible for it. And stuff's just got left where it's put. Like there's a broken shovel there that's no need to be there. There's half a door that goes on the top of the stable that Nell's in. You know, there's another shovel there. Do you know what I mean? Everything's just all of a sudden is just a mess. It's not normally that much of a mess, but it's a real mess. And it doesn't help he decides to put the biggest pile of wood. It's free fuel. It's free fuel. Wood there, and it looks a scrap. But yeah, anyway, tidying up. That's what I've decided. I'm doing nothing other than tidying up today. Like a piece of ragwort. Obviously, I've pulled ragwort somewhere, or someone has, and it's just left on the yard. Like, I can't blame anyone other than me. Well, I could blame Roy, but there won't be much use in that because he's tidier than I am. I think this job's bigger than a placky bag. I think we need a dumpy bag. The only dumpy bag I can find has still got feed in. I think we're just going to have to make a pile. Just, you know... Nothing like being brought back down to earth with a huge bump sweeping up shit. I'm okay with it. So I kind of need all of this out of the way because I want that bucket brush there. Very sarcastic mood today. Very sarcastic mood.
It's time to begin. I'll count it in. 5, 6, 7, 8. My boots good and baby is driving me crazy. My obsession from a western. My dance floor date. My rodeo Romeo. A cowboy got from head to toe. Wanna make you mine, better get in line. 5, 6, 7,
So I've done the lane with the brush, which is fine. It's just not having any of it on the yard. It's just too slothery crap. And like by the time it's thrown it in the brush, in the bucket, it's running out. Be fine here, but not, you know, on the way from the silage pit and back. Because what Roy does is he takes a grab of silage and then he'll take it into the field. And then he'll come back with all the shit and take it back down to the silage pit. So obviously it's just a thoroughfare for the vehicles. And it's very wet and very messy. So I'm just gonna, won't be perfect, but I'll stick the scraper on. In front of the house is done, which is fine. So it just means the kids get in the car with clean shoes and stuff. But yeah, I'll stick the scraper on and have a run down to the silage pit. The oil's so hot that we can't actually touch it. Oh, the oil's so hot that I couldn't touch it. You just have to prove me wrong. Doing? What are you doing? Does anyone remember that tiny, 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 tiny lamb? Tiny lamb. It's maybe not so tiny now. Well, it is, it's still tiny. It's very silly. We've just moved them from next door away from the boys. Oh look, she's so tiny. She never even got her tail taken off because I was just too worried about killing her. Clean stable, girls. Show everybody a picture of you. Yes. Don't take you in. Come on, tiny baby. Oh, come on. This is all right-ish. I just need the pressure washer on. There's not that much actual muck here now. Down here, it just wasn't cutting the mustard. It could be better, but I've got to go and take Anna to a swimming party. Very exciting. I think I might drop her off outside the door just to avoid her embarrassment of me generally looking like this. But yeah, I've got to go make sure she's ready. I might make some tea. Don't actually know what I'm having. I didn't get any burgers out of the freezer. Pizza. I still think I'd be good on a digger. I think now's probably the moment to say, excuse me, can I try it out? It's got Bobcat on it and everything. It's made for me. This is landscape gardening at Roy's brother's house. These are the rocks that we would have on top of Staymore. And years ago, you could take them out and sell them if you wanted, you know, if you so wished. To be fair, I think they're probably protected now and you're not actually allowed to do things like that. So they're just moving what was a rockery and extending the parking area. Oh, it's exciting this is done. Scratching my paint. I'm just bringing silage for nuisance. Aviation updates. Yes. Please land at our house. I would just give it anything for this. Look.
Aviation updates.
It looks further away on the camera. It looks closer in real life. We're gonna. Oh no, it's going the wrong. It's going that way. We're gonna have to get the quad bike out. I ain't letting this go.
What, like last time when you trailed on for an hour?
Shh! Don't tell me about that. Unite, fellow aviation spotters. Come to me. It's going like that way, isn't it?
I can hear it.
not have a high flow pump. I now know what it did. So when you ram into the silage with the merlo and you press it to close, it goes and it's really trying. Bobcat, bang, like it just grabs, it just doesn't seem to be affected. So you know, when we were trying out the slurry whisks, the hydraulic slurry whisks from Ian Dinsdale, I don't think merlo could cope with those whisks because obviously the pump just is not strong enough. I'm thinking, I don't know if can you get them swapped? Very interested to see if you could swap them, because that for me personally is the only downfall of the merlo. It's just how it doesn't struggle, it's just not quite as good as Bobcat. And that, so I'm just taking this into there. Anna's helping me. She might video for me actually. Having no gate is not practical. I'm sweating. So I've just had some dinner. I think Carl's down the river mowing. Right down there.
No, then I'll have to go. But she's bored. If I could only let her out for an hour or two.